Okay, starting a new video. I just finished one. I don't know which channel I put it on, but I was talking about one topic, and this one I want to talk about a totally different one, and that is about what I'm doing right now as far as work. I was going to quit doing, today's, by the way, July 20th, 2024. It's almost a month. I think next week will be a month. Not a month, a year that I've been doing these food delivery, food delivery gig work kind of thing. It's mainly food that I do, and like I said, a year since I started doing it. For health insurance and everything. Okay, that one was Uber, and I didn't take it. I had one that right after that one too, and no, they were ridiculous. And plus, they're wanting me to go out. Where I am right now is in Texas, and I'm in Murphy, Texas, and next to it, to the east, is Wiley, Texas, and past that, somewhere out there in there, is Lake Lavon. I think it's more north toward Lucas, Texas. Yeah, and all that area out there. No, I don't deliver there. I did that before. It's not exact, okay, but there are just certain areas out there. And I don't know all the areas, and it was not good experiences, so, you know, plus it was too far. I think it was out to a lake or something, the last one, and like a few bucks to go 8 miles. Nope. Anyway, you heard the buzzer, I mean the beep, whatever it is. I turned it off. No, they keep sending me, wanting to send me too far or too little today. Anyway, and I did one on a different service, which I hardly ever use, and that one it was 2. I've never done 2. I didn't even know I could get 2 because it cuts it off after with the 1 to deliver. But this one was going to the same house. I guess they made an exception. I accepted both of them, and it was pretty easy. And the only thing was that you have to take a picture and all this kind of stuff, and I'm not all, you know, some of them I have to order myself, some of them I don't. And it's very different than other ones I've used. And it's not that popular, and I kind of understand why. So, actually, I think I'm going to start using that one. That's not very popular, and the other one isn't very popular. I'm really starting to think that I might do best to do those 2 and to find the good area, starting all over after a year and finding a good area to do those in, not where I'm near those lakes. I don't know if it's 2 lakes. You would think I would know, since I've lived here in this area, in this county, for over 20 years, well, most of 20 years. I had moved away for a little while, and I was taking care of my mom. But some of it, most of it, I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, how long exactly? But anyway, I'm thinking those small ones might be better. I have not seen the people I call the fleet people, the 4-door sedans. Most often when I saw them, it was getting very common to see them. And my voice keeps changing. At least it's not fading totally out. But these fleet people, they were not nice people, and they thought they were above the law. You know, the rules of the road, which are actually laws, they kept breaking. And I would go to somebody's house, they would usually just be there, or they were driving up, and they just sometimes park right in the middle of the road, sometimes block people in. They did not think they had to park on the, against the curb. The road was just fine. Seriously. One did that right in front of me, parked in the middle of a street. And luckily there was enough room for me to go around, and I did. I had a few choice words as I passed them. No, I didn't do anything like that. But one, there was a funeral. I was the first person stopped on the right. He was to me on the left. As the funeral finished, he got in between me and the last part of the funeral, the last vehicle. Yeah. And then turned right, and he wound up being at the place where I was going to. Rudes, parked on the wrong side of the road, and on the end of the road where you're not supposed to park. I'm telling you, one time, Adam, when he first saw one, that was a kid and his dad, and I don't put other people's children in my videos. Anyway, Adam was outside in the parking lot, and he was smoking a cigarette. He's older than I. And one of them drove up next to my SUV. I was inside, and I saw the guy come in, and Adam was saying, "You wouldn't believe?" And I looked over there, and the guy was parked next to us in a, they used to call them a handicap, parking spot. I know what they're called. I don't know what they're called now, but, and he had his flasher. What is it called? What are those things called? I cannot remember. When you have your lights blinking, yeah, apparently he thought that was enough, so he could park illegally. I read about these things about parking and stuff, and it said it is the law. It didn't say a suggestion. It didn't say, oh, just a little this or little that. It said law. And I know I sound like one of these people who some people don't like because they want to call them Karen, be racist, sexist, and ageist, and call somebody that does that Karen. But, nope, dear, that's not Karen. That's you being racist, sexist, and ageist. But, I'm watching this bird. I don't know if it's a crow or what, but oh, poor thing. But, anyway. But yeah, when you're doing something and you're causing other people problems, why would I get on your side? Why would I be on your side? No, seriously, now. You're parking in the middle of the road, right in front of where I'm driving. You just stop, park, and go deliver the order like you own the road. Why would I be on your side? Would I give you a thumbs up? Nope. It wouldn't be up. It wouldn't be the thumb. I couldn't resist saying that. Oh, but you know what I mean. We need to right these wrongs like that, The people who think that if they do bad, you have to side with them or you're bad. Nope, that's not how it works, my friends. But this poor bird, I don't know what it is. I have a bottom of a hamburger. I got that $5 McDonald's meal today, and I don't eat the buns. So, let me see if I give it something. Pew. I gave it some. Did you hear me go pew? Want to throw stuff pew? I don't know if you can give birds food, because last week I went to a huge Dollar Tree store in Texas, and it's the biggest one in Texas, and there was a bird, a crow, and it was laying in a hole, the grassy hole, right in front of my SUV, and I looked at it and went, oh no, like it had fallen or whatever. Okay, that's so cute. I'm sorry. But that bird, it's so cute the way it's tearing up that little tiny bit of the bun. I don't want to give him too big. But, and it's putting his foot, it's just like it has it all figured out. Anyway, the bird at that Dollar Tree, right in front of mine, there was a little grassy part, and it was in the grass, a little hole that was full of grass. Not grassy, but anyway, and it had its head cocked sideways, and it was looking at me because I walked right up to it, didn't move, and it had its wings spread. I was like, oh man, it must have died, or it's gonna die. It must have fallen, or gotten beaten up, not fallen, but beaten up by another bird or something. And I read on it, and that's how they even in it was the heat of, oh man, it was so hot that day here in Texas, and it was sunning. They sunbathe even in the heat, because that's how they keep their feathers, their wings healthy. And they cocked their head sideways, and somebody was calling it creepy or something. And it did look creepy when it had its head laying down, to the side and just staring at me. But anyway, I gave it some Ritz crackers, crumbled them up, and it took one and flew off, took one piece of the crumbled up piece. And I think the other ones that were chirping got the rest. But this bird right now, I really don't know what it is. What kind? It's just tearing up that piece of bread like you wouldn't believe. But then I've read that they say don't give it bread because that's just a filler, and it doesn't have all the nutrients they need. I don't know about all that, really. Because I don't really trust what I read on the internet. Seriously, anybody can put stuff on the internet, and if it gets enough people looking at it, from what I understand, then that's going to be like, that's the know-it-all. Hey, I'm a know-it-all on a topic. I really search a certain topic and you find me. Seriously. But I would be. Not a know-it-all, but a voice of authority on it. So, I'm sorry, I'm watching this bird. Okay, yeah, I'm still kind of watching that bird. It's playing with that piece of bread, just a little cut off piece. I don't know why it can't chew it right or something, hopefully. But it dropped it on the road. Man, it ran after it. Brought it up. But anyway, I did 3 orders today. The first one, somebody already picked it up. Yeah, I don't like that. Because they no longer, that's Uber, they no longer pay it. Did I mention that at the beginning of this? Maybe so. And then this next one, it was 2. Never done a 2 one on that app. I'm not going to name which one. That I've only done a few. And every order I've done on that app, there was a problem. Just the other day was one of those days, and the woman, I'm telling you, I am fairly certain she was trying her hardest to get free food. Seriously. And I kind of wonder if that's where the old, how did I put it the other day? It's where the people go that got kicked off of all the bigger apps. I truly believe that too, or something like that. They're not welcome on these other apps for some reason, because they're problem childs. That's what I'd said. I really think that's what that is, and they pay pretty well for, yeah, for their orders. But I've never done 2 at a time, and like I said, it was going to the same home, so I went ahead. First thing she did was text me, "Can you get the second one?" And I'm driving. I don't text and drive, so no. But then I was in the parking lot, texted her, and she had already texted me, "Oh, I see you already did it," to get both of them. Like I said, I don't know how that works on that one. And the other one, I got a real good order the first time I used it. It's not that popular here. It used to be. And I got a real good one the first time. Man, it was the best. I think the best order I have ever gotten, best offer I've ever gotten, even. After that, it went down. That one was like close to $20 for, I think it was 10 miles or something like that. And I did not really understand how it all worked. It was my first one, my very first order. Then after that, they went down to like $3 and $4. Yeah, that's what I needed, was another app that wants to give $3 and $4. Sometimes it's $2. Sometimes an add-on for a whole $1.50. Yeah, no, I don't need any more of those. But the bird finished eating and it flew off, so okay. Okay, and I just went back and looked, and it was 11 combined. It was 11.20 for just like 2 miles. I don't even know if it was 2 whole miles. So 11.20 for 2 miles. Not bad. Not bad. And I like this area here. It's mainly houses, so I don't have to worry about apartments so much. And I think I've seen 2 apartment complexes in this whole area. Murphy and Wiley, Texas. So suburbs of Dallas. I don't know if Wiley is considered a suburb of Dallas, but I'm pretty sure Murphy is. But anyway, I would like to get more like that, please. That one really didn't have any trouble, but I've already said that. But about the receipt, it was messy to try to get the receipt and all that. I mean, I had the receipt, but the whole thing is just so weird how they do that. It's a lot of extra work, in other words. And then her house was parked up on it was on a really busy street. I mean, 3 lanes on each side, plus turning lanes, that kind of street. Luckily, there wasn't much traffic in hers. The driveway to park on, no way to park on the street. Yeah, unless you want to get killed. But oncoming traffic, but it goes straight up the parking, and like a car's length before it's the flat part. Yikes! I don't even know how to use my brake, my emergency brake in this SUV. Bought it new in May 2019. Hardly ever use it. It doesn't even have 19,000 miles on it. It's 18,328. But I still don't know how to use the brake. It's not the one, the usual kind I've always seen my whole life. When you just pull something up. Nope. That's not how this works. But I think it's just a button. Okay. Just a button. Button. Hey, at least I don't say button. It's a button. That one always gets me. Especially from the woman. I call them the Shelby type. That she's always picking fun about the way this one woman says certain words, mispronounces them. We all do, and she makes fun of her, but yet she says, the woman making for the Shelby, she says, throw it. She's gonna throw it, and she's gonna go through. And I'm pointing that out, and apparently somebody was watching my video, which is very rare. And she told her, and she got upset, and she made a negative comment about me. I don't watch them anymore, but any of those people from that genre, I'll leave out which one. Oh, now there's two of them. It looks like it's a crow, and maybe that's the girl crow, or maybe they're not crows, but they look like little crows. I've seen much bigger ones, but the other one, the one that I was feeding, is a little bit lighter color. Maybe I'll give them something. More bread. Yeah, y'all getting to watch my crow saga here. But they had both flew off right before I rolled down the window, and she came back to get some. Then she's feeding him, or he's feeding her. Interesting. Really. How interesting. And the one that's feeding is the smaller one. It's feeding the bigger one. Okay. This is kind of fun. I should be showing you, but I don't want to scare them. Oh, and now he or she, or whichever one it is flapping. The bigger one is flapping its wings. And I don't know what they're doing. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, can you see them? See what I'm saying? They're like swapping that piece of bread between back and forth. I put 3 little pieces of bread. Enough that they could eat them, you know what I'm saying? And not have to try to rip them apart. Maybe they need more. Okay, I don't know why the little one was feeding the big one, but they have it all worked out. Gave them a few more chopped up pieces. Anyway, I'm hoping, apparently it's 3:26. I gotta go home and do my insulin by 4:30. I do it 3 times a day. And I think I'll go home, take a little bit of a lie down. Oh, here comes another one. A little bit of a lie down. Where am I getting this? Who knows? But because I have this edema, that's why I'm doing this. Both why I'm doing these food deliveries, so I can get affordable health care here in Texas. I could end it right there. Just saying that. But it's not about the money. It's about showing that I have to prove that I can earn a certain amount. Well, that's not going to happen if I sit here and I've only had, let's see, what time did I start? At 1, so it's 2.5 hours, and that's all I had. And like I said, the first one didn't compensate me for going to the restaurant, going in and all that. They don't do that anymore. That's why I said I think it's time I move. I don't use that app. I've had over 500 deliveries on that, and it just seems like the more you do, the less they want to pay you. Or maybe it's just coincidental. Because, yeah, there's a lot more. Okay, I think I don't know. I've got the other two apps on, nothing's happening. But today's Saturday, July 20th, 2024, at 3:28 p.m. So Saturdays usually aren't that busy. Sundays are like crazy out in this area. But last Sunday I went out and Adam went with me, and I think it was that day, and I don't feel up to it. I've lost interest. And what I was getting wasn't any good. So, but I revitalized myself. I just said, okay, I'm going to have to do it. I have to do it. Anyway, maybe I'll just move. Okay, I decided to go ahead and go home. By the time I get there, I can do it earlier and then go take a nap or take a lie down, like I said. And then go back, because I wanted to do some today. 11, almost, what did I say a while ago? That's not enough for a day, but that's kind of usual these days. Anyway, I gave the rest of the bird that bun. By the time that I gave him, right after I said that, I looked over there and there was probably like 5 birds now or more, and so I just crumbled up the piece of bread. It was already dried, and I gave it to him. It was a bun. Like I said, I got that $5, not sponsored, from McDonald's. The hamburger, and hamburger, 4 chicken nuggets, French fries, and a soda. That's a lot more carbs than I ever eat. Maybe that's why I want to go home and take a lie down. I don't even know if I'm using that right. Kind of like a nap. But yeah, hopefully I'll do better. It's Saturday. Saturdays used to be Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Typical, the way I would see typical nights that I would do a lot of them. Nope. That's changed over time. And a lot of orders that were good. And the year has changed so much. Really. And that's kind of interesting to me. Here it is, like next week it'll be a year. And they had just sent me something saying that congratulations from Uber. That just Uber, like I said. Said, congratulations, you've done a milestone 500 orders. It amazes me that I've done 500 of them. Yep, was losing my voice again still. 500, really? I've been to 500, at least, I know 500 plus people's homes. And that's kind of like for some sociologists, that's like a dream, to see how, you don't go inside of them. I heard that they're trying to get people to go inside on one of those to deliver, I don't know which app, to deliver groceries. I'd say not no, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. No way. Yeah, that's just downright crazy to me. That's my opinion. I have a right to one. We should feel luckily. We should feel lucky. Boy, I can't say it. Lucky that we still have a right to have an opinion over these big companies. What they do. Because, man, people can just zap it away from you so easily. Okay, I said easily, right? Oh my goodness, I need to go home and take a nap, huh? No, it's a lie down. I have no idea, like I said. But my videos are getting weirder and weirder. And I know it's because of this blood pressure medication. Part of it that they doubled on me. The last time I saw my health care provider, she said take double. And it causes tiredness. But it also could cause tiredness. And it could cause like depression, and it could cause, what else was it? But nothing causes me to feel depression. Well, there was something situational though. It was hormonal. I used to do, like I said in the past, I taught at college and university, and it's really not a topic that I won't discuss. Pretty much, my degrees are in psychology and sociology. And one of them was I would talk about women, some women have, different stages of PMS, and part was PMS depression. That I can remember was no good, was no fun. People have situational depression. That's not my area about depression and such, so don't take me as a voice of authority on that. Yeah, but I don't experience it. I really don't. So even all the crazy stuff I've been through in my life, yeah. Somebody at one time had told me, I think it was a doctor or nurse, I don't remember. I barely remember that it was female, I think. Said, you don't suffer from depression? I said, no. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, another app went off then, and I turned in here, and it basically told me that I kept missing offers. Well, I never heard anything, and that upsets me. Because I probably would have had more. I did not hear anything. And the other one, the one that I hardly ever used to do that. I had to write them and tell them, look, I don't hear anything ever about, and I looked everywhere to try to find how to turn the sound on, and it never worked. Okay, I better get out there and get over here, go home. But now I get a little bit of a better feel for these other two, and they finally finished this road. Look at this. But anyway, so I got a better feel for it. I'm going the right way. Okay, they changed up my road now. Okay, that's not good. But anyway, yeah, I am. But what was I saying? I was as usual. I was talking about two different topics at the same time. It's my typical. Did you see that little car? I would like a little car, like that you just saw, one of those little smart cars, to do these orders. This is an SUV. I don't know what size you would call it. Large, but not extreme. But not supreme. Yeah, I don't know. But it's not a tiny one. And I have a hard time, in all my 46 years of driving, I think it's around 46, I've never had any trouble parking. This thing, I have trouble parking. It's just weird to me. 46 years, never had trouble. I've had trucks, I've parked vans, I've parked shuttle bus, I think. I was just thinking about that one. I've parked little to, small to large to even huge. Can't park this freaking thing to save my life. Seriously. Can if I'm turning to the left. But if I'm turning to the right, forget it. Hey, there was a young woman next to me in the turning lane, and she had her music up, turned it really high, and she was putting her cell phone in the corner, next to the window, on the driver's side, of course. And I was thinking, I hope she doesn't answer the phone like that, with the music blaring loud. And she just seemed like she was, I'm thinking she was more like just looking at herself in that mirror. Yeah, in the mirror. It's called a cell phone. Might as well be a lake. Never mind. Or a pond, which I've heard both stories. Anyway, Narcissus. Now I'm not going to be able to pronounce it after all these years. But anyway, this is a silly video. It's a rambling kind of video. Oh, well, that's my usual. But hopefully I can go home. Go home, get ready to go back out. And hopefully when I come back later on tonight, maybe I'll get Adam to go, because he was telling me last night, he's older than I. He works from home. He's an electrical engineer / computer scientist, and those go on and on. He works, remotely from home. And he was telling me last night, which was Friday, that he was bored. He was so bored, all he wanted to do was sleep. Well, that's not good. Now, I'm supposed to be the one that is supposed to have depression, and not him. Yeah. But no, I don't have depression. I don't know if he does, but I don't diagnose. Anyway, maybe he'll go with me, get him out of the house, you know. He likes doing that because he's stuck at home all the time, you know, working and all that. So maybe I can get him to go. And usually when he goes with me, it's I do a lot, you know, because I can actually have my my apps on, because he knows how to accept and what to accept and all that. So he'll do that for me. And when I'm driving, I don't generally do not have the apps on when I'm driving, unless I'm going through something like a parking lot there's hardly anybody out, something like that, but it's very seldom. But with him, he can do it. I don't have to look. So, and that's probably why we get more done. Well, I get more done because he does that for me. It's kind of funny. This road right here, there was one time I had 3 orders off of this same street, back to back. Not the same house, but back to back. Not this road, but off of this road in this area. And that seldom ever happens. I'd only had that happen one other time. It was on a different app. And then somebody did that. Some kids, some teenagers did that thing of saying, you know, that online internet challenge of saying that you didn't get your order. I had the photos, I had proof, I had video, not video, but I had proof that I delivered it there. And so did the company. I never used them again. Never. There's more to that. But I refused. They didn't deactivate me. I deactivated them. I really did. I said, no, I am not using your trash. It's trash. No. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with what they did after that. Okay, I don't know. A big truck. Anyway. Okay, I think I'll wrap this up, and I'll go back tonight and see what happens.